My name is Lucas Dahlstrom. I'm joined here underneath the Juno Beach Pier talking about my plankton, Salia physalis, also known as the Portuguese man-of-war. The Portuguese man-of-war is a multicellular plankton, spends its entire life as plankton, making it a holoplankton, and it is a zooplankton. It does not photosynthesize. It functions very much like an animal, which is often why people confuse it for a jellyfish. The Portuguese man-of-war are those blue sacks that wash up on shore. They get their name, Portuguese man-of-war, because of the giant blue sail on the top. It can either be blue or purple, and up to 15 centimeters tall, ranging anywhere from 6 to 30 centimeters wide. The sail is used to provide propulsion to the animal throughout the ocean, which is what makes it a plankton. The animal itself has no ability to direct where it is going. It just simply goes with the wind, which is what leads to the planktonic classification. The Portuguese man-of-war is often confused with being a jellyfish, yet it's very different from a jellyfish in many ways. To start, it is a siphonophore. Siphonophores are colonial organisms. Every little piece in the Portuguese man-of-war is actually a different animal all working together. Think about it in the way of a clownfish working with a sea anemone. The clownfish provides food for the sea anemone, and the sea anemone provides shelter for the clownfish. The top of the siphonophore, the gas bladder, also known as the pneumatophore, provides flotation for the underlying tentacles, which provide the Portuguese man-of-war with both food, shelter, protection, and digestion, as the pneumatophore on top cannot digest anything. The entire creature works as one to sustain itself. Fun fact about the Portuguese man-of-war: because they are a plankton and cannot control where they are going, they're at the mercy of the wind, meaning we can use mathematical weather models to prove where they're going, which is why today at Juno Beach we have a yellow flag, indicating there are no Portuguese man-of-war. You still always run the risk, but we will go out and look to see if there are any Portuguese man-of-war, but as it stands, it's very unlikely. The main mating season of Portuguese man-of-war is right now, in late fall, early winter, and Portuguese man-of-war end up washing on shores in late December, early January, and February. That is just because they have mated, they have grown, they have budded, and the waters are warm here during the winter, which causes them to wash up to shore. What makes Portuguese man-of-war dangerous, especially on beaches like this, is that their tentacles, which are known as dactylzooids, can run up to 100 feet long. On average, they're about 30 feet or 10 meters, but they can go all the way down to 100 feet. They function as big trawling ships. Thinking the same way as a Portuguese man-of-war is a boat, these work as fishing boats. They drag their tentacles down on the bottom of the ocean and paralyze, sting, and kill fish, and then the tentacles contract, pulling the fish up to the digestive or gastrozooids. The Portuguese man-of-war is commonly found in the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. They do have a little brother named by the Australians as the bluebottle, which is smaller in size and only has one large stinging tentacle, and that is found in the Pacific Ocean. Whereas with the regular Portuguese man-of-war, all tentacles that drag down 100 feet will sting you. The main predator of the Portuguese man-of-war is a loggerhead sea turtle. Portuguese man-of-war sits in the middle of the food chain as it kills a lot of small fish and mollusks as it drags its tentacles across, and large floats of Portuguese man-of-war, and by float I mean thousands, they can range up into the thousands of men-of-war carried by the wind, can deplete fisheries as they all drag their tentacles down and eat everything they catch. One final fun fact for the Portuguese man-of-war: that giant bubble on top of them, the pneumatophore, they can actually deflate all of that gas and sink down if they are ever being attacked by birds or anything from above. It doesn't happen often because it takes a lot of energy to reinflate that gas bladder, but it is another tactic used by the man-of-war to hide from predators. Thank you so much. My name is Lucas Dahlstrom, and I hope you learned something about Salia physalis, or the Portuguese man-of-war.